I'm going to now hand over to T Maila, who is going to tell you guys what's in it for you.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Judy. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm now here to talk about what's in it for you. What does that mean? You've spent the last hour, give or take, with us hearing about Toastmasters, getting to experience Toastmasters. But the number one question that should be at the top of your head right now is, you guys have shared all of this with me, but what do I get in return? How many of you have figured out what you get in return? How many of you have asked yourself that question just yet? How many of you just didn't think about it yet? Andrew, awesome. Now, Andrew, I want to ask you this question simply because you're such a good sport and you had your camera on. You came here tonight to become a better communicator. Naturally, humans, we've been speaking since we were babies. So naturally, I would call you a good communicator. But you decided you want to take your communication skills to the next level. What is the problem that you are hoping to solve? What part of your communication do you want to develop? You're on mute, Andrew.
Sorry. Oh, thank you, Mr. Maila. Well, I wouldn't really be able to point at a problem, but I want to be better. Everyone is, just phobia in terms of, public speaking and so on and so on. Myself, in terms of career perspective, I would like to be a strategist, a management strategist. So, it's like so I should be able to understand current affairs and to what extent it affects the economy in which the business operates. And then I want to participate in the troubleshooting and turning around of businesses, So I think there's a lot that is involved in terms of trying to sell that skill. From technical base, I've done something, along those lines, accountant by profession, doing some investment appraisal, postgrad even in master's in business administration. But I want it beefed up so that it's better. So I thought maybe Toastmasters would be the answer in this case. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for being such a great sport, Andrew. Now we know why you have come here tonight. Okay, now I'd like to share with you how Toastmasters can help Andrew. Are you guys keen to hear how Toastmasters can hear Andrew? Okay, silence is golden. So what did I hear from Andrew? Andrew said he wants to overcome his phobia of public speaking, nervousness. He's scared to speak up. Andrew spoke about becoming a strategist, leadership, right? So how can Toastmasters help Andrew become a better leader and overcome his phobias of public speaking? Toastmasters has been helping people since 1924 to become better communicators and better public speakers and better leaders, right? When you join Toastmasters, what do you get from Toastmasters? You're going to get the tools to improve your public speaking. Let's break down this concept of public speaking. When most people think of public speaking, we think about Les Brown, right? We think about Ed Milet, all these big people that are able to stand on stage and deliver speeches with power. But public speaking is a lot more than that. Public speaking is about your ability to communicate. This was the biggest lessons that I learned in Toastmasters. Public speaking is how you communicate. What is the similarity between public speaking and normal communicating? Is to become a good communicator, you first need to become a confident communicator. A confident communicator is able to put across their thoughts in a logical manner, meaning a clear introduction, a clear body, clear conclusion. You are structured in your thinking. That is why public speakers are so great, because they're able to put across their messages in a logical manner. So when we talk about becoming a public speaker, we're literally saying you become a better communicator because you can put your thoughts across in a very logical manner. So when you come into Toastmasters, you're going to get those tools that are going to help you improve your communication and public speaking skills. You're going to have a safe and supportive environment to practice giving those prepared speeches. I remember speaking to a client earlier this week, and they were telling me about some of the fears that they experience when they're speaking to people. And she was telling me, she shared a story, a very personal story, about her mom. And at the end of the story, she left that room feeling so judged by everybody in the room, right? Now she's scared to speak up in front of people. She doesn't even want to speak to me. When she's speaking to me, she's like this, right? Because she was judged while speaking. In Toastmasters, we encourage that supportive environment where people are not going to judge you for what you say. You may have noticed we clap a lot of hands, so people are going to be very supportive of you in your speaking. We always say, if you're not making a mistake in Toastmasters, you are not learning. But what else can you expect from the Toastmaster space? We're going to give you insights into your strengths as a speaker. Like I mentioned, Andrew already is a great communicator. He wants to take his skills to the next level. So what will he get from Toastmasters? As he gives his speeches, his evaluators will look out for things like, what did he do great? You saw an example of that. What didn't he do so well? And what are his areas for improvement? Those speaking into his strengths and how he can take his skills to the next level. Also, speaking into the immediate feedback. As soon as you give that speech, your evaluator will give you written and verbal feedback. So you leave the meeting and you leave that moment knowing, how can I start working on becoming a better speaker? You also have access to a mentor. Everybody that you're seeing in this room, experienced public speakers, they've overcome their fears, they've overcome their phobias, they've become great leaders in their industry, right? So they can mentor you and help you on a one-to-one basis along your journey to becoming that confident speaker. For Andrew, who wants to become a leader, mentorship, they will tell him, what are some of the things that you can do in Toastmasters to refine your leadership skills, to refine your strategic thinking, right? And now, one of the most underrated values that comes with being in Toastmasters, you have access to a community of over 300,000 members, 300,000 members from across the globe. You join one club, just one club, but you have access to all of the clubs around the world because you're a Toastmaster, right? One of the great things about this is that you also get to engage with speakers from across the world, speakers that have gone to contests, that have gone to international finals, speakers that are public speakers and get paid for it. You can network with them and you can learn from them. The other thing that you will get from joining Toastmasters is access to Pathways. Pathways is something I won't go too much into here because it gets really iffy, but Pathways in a nutshell is your educational program in Toastmasters. And one of the best resources you're going to get is the monthly practical tips and aspiring stories that are sent out via the Toastmasters monthly magazine. So if you're wondering right now, in a nutshell, what will you get out of Toastmasters by joining? The answer is simple. You're going to get to network with people that can help you take your Toastmasters skills to the next level. You're going to learn from them. And thirdly, you're going to become a better and more confident speaker because at every meeting, you will give a speech and you will get feedback. So for someone like Andrew, who wants to become a better leader, overcome his fears of speaking, Toastmasters can help you go from nervous to confident. And it can also help you become a leader in your space. Madam MC, back to you.
Thank you so much, Matthew.